5.
Hello.
Welcome back to this lovely delayed opening. I may have now been distracted by something. Anywho, this is the lovely Bygone Keep, where the lovely set of adventurers are going through a kind of time lost but critically positioned and important due to what it contains keep to my legacy campaign. I will go into a brief recap in a moment, but I do want to introduce my amazing cast. I am actually, for probably mercy's sake, I'm going to start with the extraordinary, exsanguinated Maya Papaya.
Exsanguinated.
If you could introduce yourself, please. Are you chewing?
You do tend to think the person's chewing.
He's chewing a little bit.
No, I can introduce you.
I have noticed that for 2 weeks in a row, you select the person who is chewing.
So, I think that's on you then, right? Because if you notice that pattern and you start chewing, then...
It only happened once before, Foos. You shut up and get out of here.
That's victim blaming.
One time, it's not a pattern, you Jack.
Maya was chewing, therefore she was asking for it. This is not acceptable.
Oh, no.
You think on your actions, and Maya, you take your time to introduce yourself in a safe and comfortable way.
See myself out.
Who's way wild?
Trying to scratch. Talking shit because I ain't got no blood. I'll tell you something, Foos.
I'm always talking shit.
That's true. That's very true. I'm Maya, as you probably heard from them saying my name numerous times. I play Mauricio, the monk behind me, art done by Nelissa. She is slowly turning into a vampire, and that affliction is being delayed by holy ale. Not water, ale, because Brannigan's a drunk. In real life, I just went to the doctor and had my blood drained. So I am experiencing what my character is going through. They probably won't have any blood. I don't have much blood. It's a great time. I'm exhausted. She's exhausted. Woo. But it's good.
Bloodletting is good for balancing the body's humors.
Sure. Okay. I don't even know what humor means. But
neither did the doctors who pretended it was real.
Oh, I see. Pretend medicine. Got it.
Well, they thought it was real, I guess. It was old-timey medicine. Continue. I'm sorry. I'm interrupting.
No, it's fine because you have secured yourself the next introduction. Please go on.
Oh, thank you, because I had a bone to pick. Because where's this amazing cast at, Nenners? You replacing us? It's a joke.
Get out of here. I might.
As if
Anyway.
we're not the amazing cast. See, I'm
You
very
are the
funny.
amazing cast.
That's what I'm really doing, is introducing to all of you how incredibly witty and intelligent I am. My name is Joe, and I'm playing Brannigan, the dwarven cleric, who has not been drained of blood in real life or in character. And I'm
Not
just
yet.
here to have a good time with some people who won't let me leave, because I'm going to be back in 2 days and 3 days. So hang around on this channel to see me sometimes, and a lot of times, but also on Sundays at 8 p.m. Eastern Time when I play with Dispel Logic, and we do D&Ds, and it's good times. And those are all the words I'm required to say. So, Foos, you say some words.
Hello, I'm Foos. I'm also going to take this opportunity to say that Flandy gave, I believe, Anita a D4 inspiration earlier today in the chat. And Nenders, you also got a DM inspiration from Flandy. So he out here just handing out inspirations. So with limitations, apparently. So I just want to make sure I say that before I forget. But hello, I'm Foos. I'm playing Murida. He is a vengeance paladin who just really loves stabbing demons. That's his favorite part of any kind of job. And they just had a fight where he was a what was he? Like a badger? What did you turn him into? A groundhog. He was a groundhog for quite some time. But he's no longer a groundhog and is very happy about that. So that's me. And I'm going to pass it off to the Grogu cuddling Anita.
Hey, what's good, everybody? Anita here. Yes, I'm here with Grogu. Today I'll be playing Effie Twist Tremble. Effie is a wizard. Art done by the incredible Dijarn. Well, not done by Dijarn, but like Dijarn made a pit crew, and I went on that pit crew, and I did that. So yeah, that's happening. If you want to like check out where you can see me on the internet doing actual play stuff, check out my Twitter at Anita the Lesbian on the Twitters, and you can figure out when that's happening. I have recently like opened up an account on startplaying.games.
Awesome.
So if you've ever wanted to like play D&D with me as a DM, or if you've ever wanted to play the Icewind Dale campaign, pretty soon I'm going to be like doing a thing on Sundays. Icewind Dale's my favorite D&D campaign, so we'll be going through that. If you want to come through, it'll be a fun time. But yes, that's me, at Anita the Lesbian on the Twitters. Yeah, hopefully, like, Grogu will be able to do, like, the hand thing, and that'll cure vampirism or something. We need all the help we can get. With that, we'll pass it on to Kit, with just an incredible plushie. We're twinning right now, and I vibe. Let's keep it going.
Okay, hello, hi, call me Kit. I am playing this character right here. Her name is Carlin. She is a monk of Melil with a shady past. She's apparently the shadiest nun who ever nunned, apparently, from what these guys are telling me.
Accurate.
Art, okay. Art is done by Foozca. She's in that direction for me. Thank you very much. Wonderful, wonderful work. I think she did Moody and Brannigan, right?
I did, yes. Thank you.
I always forget to mention it, but yes.
Joe, can you move the giant head out of the way? Look at the beard on that man. That's fantastic.
Thank you.
There you go.
Yeah, both of them. But yeah, so having a lot of fun with this character. I was doing that voice at first, but I'm like, no, it doesn't work. But yeah, we'll see how it goes today. I want to try something out. I'll leave it at that.
I look forward to it. That's excellent.
Yeah, we look forward
all
to
right,
it.
that is my lovely cast. They are as mentioned, in a keep. They had just interrupted a somewhat vile-looking ritual in which there was some kind of less than alive lady doing the casting, surrounded by two rather large devils serving as her bodyguard. The team did get to jump on them and was able to kind of get some debilitating things off, but the fight didn't go quite as well as maybe the monk wanted to. But in the end, they did prevail with a mighty turn undead, which surprisingly worked on that creature and kept it out of the fight long enough for them to kind of recover and get their bearings once more. Unfortunately, they weren't able to slay that particular creature, who teleported out once the turn wore off. But they decided to have a feast, make a camp, and by camp I mean tiny hut, and kind of try to resuscitate the monk that got bitten by that vampire, essentially, and was looking less than great. But with some holy water and some other kind of holy item style implementations, they have positioned themselves to cure their teammate of this early onset vampirism, which is what she was diagnosed with. That being said, the rest hasn't officially taken place yet. You guys have all pretty much set it up. So which one of you, very lucky, very fortunate people, are going to roll me a d20?
Ooh.
I mean, I'll do it if the rest of you are feeling brave.
I believe in you, Joe.
Oh,
Don't let Joe do it.
yes.
Do not let Joe
I
do it.
understand
Do
why
not
now.
let Joe do it.
There
Do
you
it,
go.
go for
See, sometimes it works out.
Oh, nice.
It's a high roll. God damn.
Yeah.
18 is the number of vampires that show up.
Yep. Boom, 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 just they all just teleport in.
I believed in Joe. There you go.
I did not.
They all look like the Count from Sesame Street. Anyway,
If that happens, that happens, can my monk be like Feb? Vin Diesel about it.
If that were to happen, where they all count themselves up to 18, like one count, two count, all the way up to 18 or something.
I don't think I would tolerate that, let alone anyone else. So
I'd help. I'll do a count then as long as someone will let me. I love the count.
Why does that not surprise me? Okay, who is up first on the watch, if you have any at all?
So actually, before we rest, there's something I just want to ask. Nunner, so during the fight, would Corlin have noticed the emblem of House Demir appear?
No.
No? Fuck. Okay, never mind. That's all I need to know.
Yep.
I'll take first watch.
Never mind. I'll take a different one.
Get you up for second watch.
Should my mom be involved with the watch?
Probably.
We're trying to keep you from being a vampire. You should be chilling.
This honestly is probably going to be very unpleasant for you because there's an active battle going on, right? Vampirism is trying to take hold of your body, and it's currently being staved off by ridiculously good food and alcohol. But the combination of the two it's. I don't know if we've ever had the mispleasure, probably knowing you, but of a fever where like your body is like really hot, but you feel fucking freezing cold, right? Like you're just like, but like you're like anyone touches you and you're like you're on fire. What the hell's wrong with you? You're in this weird situation where your body's getting like two extremes, and you're just. It's bad. I mean, if nobody knew any better, it looked like you were trying to kick something. It's not a pleasant thing that you're going through right now. So I would say you would be ill-suited to the task in your current state. But with whoever's taking the first watch,
Ninners,
yes,
you got me looking like Pookie in New Jack City right now.
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, it's rough. You don't. It's bad.
Oh no.
Whoever's taking the first watch, if you don't mind giving me a perception check, please.
I think that Effie will also like summon a Mordenkainen's faithful hound to just like keep watch and alert specifically for invisible things that show up and things that come through in the ethereal plane. So an invisible dog just like appears right beside Effie, which doesn't look like anything. You see some powerful magic go off, and then like and there's nothing there, but Effie is like petting a dog and telling it to keep a watch out.
I love you for the statement, an invisible dog appears.
Yeah.
Yep. That dog smell like starts coming into the hut.
It was great, but the cherry on top was, but nobody sees it.
This reminds me of that Onion article where they had like the ninja competition. And the townspeople were just like, yeah, it's the 20th year, you still haven't spotted one. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I think that after summoning the dog, Effie is going to sit down for a ritual cast of Contact Other Plane, which will take 10 minutes, so we can like do that later. But yeah, that's happening. Effie pet an invisible dog and started like muttering some very evil sounding things to herself. Like she's using the abyssal language to cast the spell. But yeah, that's what Effie's doing after the hero's feast.
Excellent. All right, with that lovely, creepy kind of thing going off in the background, is there anybody else want to do anything before the watches begin?
Nope.
Shiver a lot. I'm gonna
Shiver, yeah.
Just gonna shiver?
get some-
Okay,
get some
gotcha.
shiver in the timbers.
Got it.
Oh
Got it.
my
You're gonna
God.
be bonus action, shiver, main action, be miserable. Got it. I think that covers everything then. All right, so I don't think I saw a perception check. Who's going first? Was it Moody?
It was but I was just giving them an opportunity because I don't know if there's something they wanted to do to change anything. So I didn't want to roll until I knew perception.
Mm-hmm.
We're starting strong
You are
tonight.
starting strong.
Let me say.
You know, it's tough when you're trying to concentrate and you
Oh
literally
my
just hear
goodness.
Abyssal being chanted for 10 minutes. Speaking of which, I believe the spell you requested to do requires a saving throw. So if you don't mind doing that for me.
Yeah. This is fine. It's fine.
Yep.
It's probably very fine.
You're obviously in range of the paladin, I would assume, unless
Oh,
you're used
good.
to making like long-term
Yes.
or long-range patrols.
You just have to roll a 10.
No, I would.
All right.
yeah,
I get a
think he would be
plus
close to that.
10 to my intelligence saving throws. So all I need to do is not roll a natural 1.
Mhm. Then you get a
Ooh.
+4 from me.
All right. If I roll a natural 1 here, I will just consider joining the Low Rollers Club.
Oh, it's not about that. Already happened.
I have a
That's
shirt. I can get you a shirt.
classic
It's not.
mistake. Voicing into the reality the possibility of the nat 1.
It's not. Yeah. See,
Hey,
there you go.
We're good.
Okay.
We're good. We're good.
It's
Oh,
a
just
20
saving
total.
up for a better
I
month.
know
That's
things.
all that's happening.
It's fine.
With the intelligence save going off, you are able to do the rest of this spell as it is so stated. So if you wanted to ask questions, I don't believe you specified where you wanted to go.
So this is sort of like, this used to be a thing that I did with my mom/teacher. There's just a very old hag in the middle of a very bad place that will sometimes give us information. So I feel like Effie's psyche just like transports to a very like dark, pestilent place. And I think she'll just start, Grandmama, you look fantastic. How have you been?
Before I answer, I do want to ask, having read your backstory, is this the first contact since you've departed?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
She's in her usual, like, haunched, ridiculous limbs kind of posture in the bog that she lives in, and she's toiling or like twirling this or twirling, whatever the fuck this motion's called.
Hearing?
Thank you.
Sure.
An enormous cauldron, one of which you have seen before. But she seems to be like momentarily lost in whatever schemes that just kind of pervade her mind. And hearing your voice, her head hooks up for a moment and looks back. There's a combination on her face of like initially surprise and then pride and then a little bit of resentfulness on top of that, all kind of like meshing into this like wicked grin that comes in. So you have returned to me. We have much to discuss.
I know it's been a while since I visited. I'm sorry. I am sad to say I am here on business. I do find myself in need of some guidance on my travels.
You rejected my guidance last I checked, among other things.
Ooh, I'm sorry. Like, I thought this was a different woman than like the person that like taught me magic that I like
Oh,
stole
I thought,
from
okay.
and bounced.
Yeah. Not that one. Okay.
Yeah,
We can revert this. There's a lot of hags going on. I
Yeah,
the wrong one.
so-
She knows a lot of hags.
Yeah.
so many hags.
The DM
So
do the
not
best
the
you
one
can
that
out here,
brought you
Willie's
magic.
hag.
We're talking the nice one.
Um,
Nicer one.
we can do whatever you want to do, Nenners.
Okay, well, this is my bad because I misinterpreted. That's why I asked you, like, have you not talked to her since you left? Like, this is gonna be.
Yeah, this is probably someone that knows like my mother a lot better than they know me. That is probably surprised to see me coming here alone without them.
Okay, gotcha. All right. I'm gonna warn you. I don't have too many hags in my repertoire, so it's probably gonna sound exactly the same. But
that is okay.
Hit me.
Bad. Grandmama, I find myself in need of some guidance. I think, yeah, she'll, because these have to be yes or no questions. It's very like, so I think she will say, I have spoken to Mistra for the first time. And I worry. She's in a bad spot. She claims that she can restore what has been lost. That she is young. Very young compared to the cosmos. She only became what she is 60 years ago. Can Dwayne Heart truly be restored?
There's a bit of contemplation there for a moment, and kind of playing with the string, and hags with their lovely fingers, and being ridiculously dexterous and
sewing projects.
Grotesquely
we get the
long.
vibes.
Absolutely.
Grotesque sewing project with questionable thread. Love that.
But she looks at it for a moment and kind of thumbs one. And in a bit of surprise, yes, it can.
Yeah. Oh, relief, determination. Like, good. This goddess dies, but like she isn't like inadequate. She can do the job. This is good. I think next she will say, I have some traveling companions that I am on a mission for her. In a very dangerous place. There's a lot of power here. I need to know, can I trust them to take the keep and not betray this mission?
The mission that you're referring to, are you talking about to rescue Mistra? Or
Yeah,
Restore-
retake the keep is the mission, because I'm pretty sure Mistra like sent me on a mission to retake the keep, and that's what's gonna help her.
Okay.
I think so.
Got it. Just want to be clear on that. Another thumb on the strings. A similar kind of pattern appears. Maybe.
Makes a mental note. And I think the next question, is Mother well? Is she angry? I didn't leave on the best of terms, I fear.
You watch her close her hands as if she does not need the fates to tell her what the answer to this is. Is she angry? The answer to that is a very positive and resounding yes. Got two more.
Do you think I made the right choice?
See, that's a layered question. So I guess, like from certain points of view, it has different answers. But given that this one is more maternal to you, I'll do it from your point of view. And you get an answer that basically is unclear. As in unclear as in yet to be determined.
Like, takes a deep breath. Yeah, this is about the amount of answers that you can expect when contacting this hag in particular. But she sort of like gives an exhale, stands up, and sort of like offers help, because like she's in her grandmother's house. Like, you don't just ask 5 questions and then dip after you get what you want. You stay, you like offer whatever you need. And when the work that she has for Effie is done, the spell fades.
You still have one more question.
Yeah.
Okay.
Effie's not going to use it. And Effie sort of like returns. There's soot on Effie's like all over Effie's hands. But it is quickly prestidigitated away. And I think Effie will head to sleep at that point. Just like letting her familiar spin a little web, because they like to do that. Just like as a second layer of lookout. The familiar is pretty lazy, probably won't do that good a job. The guard dog, though, will keep an eye out. So,
okay. I will say, as one kind of last word, you know that hags kind of have a very long view of thinking, right? They don't live necessarily in the moment. Everything is a plan. Everything is in the future. There's always this kind of long-term mentality that is not natural to, I guess, shorter-lived races. So color that with the answers as well, as you obviously understand how they think. But yeah. Okay, the dog. Do you have it in the hut, or do you have it like roaming around?
Oh, I'm pretty sure the dog stays in one place. And it's just from inside of the hut, looking out, just like trying to catch any glimpse of anything.
Oh yeah, it does. Okay. Yep. Unoccupied. I thought I read it backwards. Got it. So, all right, cool. We'll keep that going. I will say, Moody, the chanting kind of threw you off, and you're like, man, what the heck?
I fully imagine that the whole time that's going off, Moody is side-eyeing the shit out of the infernal speaking wizard.
Yeah.
As soon as I like come out of it, I notice like, oh, sorry to disturb you. I'll head to sleep now. Just needed to call my grandma. And she goes to sleep. Unless, like, you have... Unless...
That's all you get.
Okay. Yeah.
Nah, hold on. See, y'all was talking shit about my cleric for having a weird grandma. Look at this shit. Way worse.
I mean, that's kind of cool. Your mother's a farm worker. Like, your grandmother's a farm worker. No?
I don't get that,
Yeah.
but okay.
I think Effie's insight is too shit for her to notice that, like, oh, the paladin feels a way about me chanting infernal over the sleeping bodies of our
like we had this
companions,
fight.
and also the person that's turning into a vampire.
Yup.
Which is fair,
Infernal.
but Effie doesn't think about that.
Can I say at some point Mauricio like peeks her head out and goes, ah, and then goes back.
I will say,
Slowly
at the end of the first rest, Mauricio, you had great food, you had great alcohol, but you're getting these pangs, these like this thirst, despite the fact that you know physically you are full, and that by any counts, this is probably the best meal you've had in a while, easily, and you feel it ebb and you feel it flow, and it also kind of goes with the rhythm of the body, the war that is currently going on in your body right now. But you can definitely feel like stabs of hunger occasionally, amongst the other lovely feelings that you're going through. I will say, with that, Moody, unfortunately, you don't see anything. It's pretty quiet as far as you can tell. Probably more in your head than you are actually seeing. But you're good to go. You can get the next person for the watch if you'd like.
All right. Just because I know I heard Joe speak up right before I was, Moody will just kind of shake Brannigan awake. Your turn.
Yeah, all right. Just kind of roll up and just
Gonna, as quietly as he can, start taking off plate armor while everyone else is sleeping, so he can sleep too. It's like probably making a little bit of noise. Just trying not to.
It's amplified by the guy strapping on plate armor for the hour he has to be awake.
Yeah. It's just a little bit of pots and pans for just a little bit. Resume
As
sleeping.
one does.
Correct.
Brannigan, if you're taking just a normal situation or normal patrol around the area, you can give me a perception check. If you wanted to do anything additional, obviously feel free.
Additional depends on if Mauricio is able to sleep or not. Because if you're awake, I'm gonna check in on you.
I'd imagine she is awake. It is very much like you're trying to kick something. It is bad. It's shivering. It's cold sweats. It's
He's looking
misery.
up at him. Think about that neck.
Yeah, dealing with some rather dark urges that fade.
What a dwarf neck tastes like. He thick. I'll be set for days.
But that's essentially. I mean, you're just your friend is
Probably
shivering. Cold
Looks over
sweats.
at Corlin like, nah, it wouldn't last me an hour.
You really should try to get some sleep.
Yeah, I don't think that's happening.
Well, I've got more holy water if you need it.
I don't even know if that'll help. But I'll try.
Well, keep it at bay. We'll get you sorted in the morning. I'll be honest. I might self-impose disadvantage. Sorry, because I'm going to be focused on you. Say what you said again, though. I talked over you.
Oh, she's just like, I don't even remember what I said. Continue.
Sorry, it's just occurring to me that I don't really care about the surroundings, so my perception's worse because I'm now focused on this conversation.
Okay.
You know, we've been kind of running from jump, so haven't had a whole lot of time. Just where you from?
Wait, why are you asking me this?
Because healing's just not for body. Mind and spirit are important too. So if you've got a good memory, I'd like to help you find it.
She's gonna close her eyes for a long moment to try to like push out the hunger driving her mad. Think about that neck, boy. But she's
I see what's warm in this bubble. It's just
You fucked up for that one. No, you wrong. I'm from Waterdeep too. I mean, are you?
No, I'm from a place that I remember, but Joe doesn't. It's the dwarf clan closest to Waterdeep. I remember that. I just can't remember off the top of my head which one that is.
Too much holy water, man.
Never such thing as too much holy water. You just wait. You think you've taught me in a foolish moment, but if I go over here and I scroll up to where I sent this backstory information to somebody.
Are you still in character, Joe? What the fuck?
100%. You never break.
Malarican? Is that where you're from?
Possibly. Hold on. I'm scrolling up more. God, this is a while ago.
Have you been knitting the holy water yourself?
Maybe.
Shows.
Mirabar. I know things. Mirabar is a dwarven
close.
settlement close-ish to Waterdeep. I'm from Mirabar.
West.
It's northeast-ish from Waterdeep.
I think you would. If you're a Waterdeep native, you definitely know.
Oh, okay then.
Yeah, underground.
I said, replace that with, could you move your beard a little bit? I'm just curious. No, I didn't say that. Shut up.
Right. I know who you got waiting back at Waterdeep. Friends, family.
A host of spirits that never shut the hell up. Yeah, I do have family there.
Right. Ain't nothing wrong with someone talking to you as long as they're helpful.
Temple of Saloon. Yeah, I should be praying right now. I think I will.
Would you like to pray together?
Yes. I am super agnostic in real life. This feels weird.
Me too. Isn't that fun?
I was like, wait, how do I?
So yeah, we could just kind of hand wave because I don't fucking know.
Hold hands and then kumbaya.
Nah, we're gonna.
I think you have to put your hands like this, right?
Can you both give me religion checks so you don't butcher your poor character's background?
Hey, hold on, man.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Where's
You're
the other
asking
guy?
for intelligence checks,
Ooh,
Nenners?
look at Joe over here.
Oh,
Mercy is good.
I stand corrected.
Yeah. Got big
Why-
dry
why-
energy right now with that roll, though.
All right. So how do you play? How do you pray to Muradin then?
Well, we're waiting on another roll too. Hold on.
Okay.
Wait, I have to roll?
Yeah, you both do. You're
I was
praying
joking.
together.
Well, too late.
Too late. You're in.
Fine. She
Get in
knows
here.
where the hell she's from. She's not the one that didn't know where she was from.
This is for the prayer. Stop complaining.
You shut up, bitters. I don't roll it.
Oh god.
Hold on. Let me see. Do I actually have her? I do.
You do, yeah.
I don't want to roll in. I don't want it. I don't want it.
Oh, it hurts. Oh god.
I have
Oh,
religion,
no.
but it doesn't matter because that's
Oh.
Strong 6.
Brannigan, you are absolutely carrying this particular joint venture of praying. And there's a little bit of confusion. Maybe she just internalizes it all. It's tough. Fever dream. It's tough to say.
She's turning into a vampire, knitters.
But it went for more of like a
hell. She over there looking at his neck like.
yeah. It went from more of like a joint prayer to you praying for her.
Saloon's the goddess of the moon, right?
Yes, correct.
Okay. Then I'm just gonna pray to Doomathoin, Keeper of Secrets, because he seems like the guy who might interact with moon writing and things that might somehow be just a tiny bit of joint shared authority.
Okay, maybe.
And also the guy who might know the most about vampires and fixing them. So just kind of appeal to that and be like, I mean, if you could just, I'm sure you talk to Saloon now and again. If you just want to make sure these words are heard.
I imagine she's like in and out of her prayer, like in between, just like Saloon. This is a trying time. And then back to the like,
Yeah,
random vampire noises while she's trying to pray.
I honestly say it'd be darker than that. Like you are trying to pray, and then like something feral comes over you, right? Like just like I think because you're a monk, you're not lashing out. You have more control over your body than most people on this planet. So you feel the urge to lash out or do something violent. That is just primal, like not even an effective attack, just trying to get your hands on somebody, but you were able to just suppress that, and it eventually goes away. And it's I hate to say it, like pain in a way, right? Sometimes you get spikes of it, and then like it makes you want to like react to something, and then it eventually like slowly ebb away, and then it'll spike again, and that's kind of what you're going through right now.
How
But
internal is that? Like, is there a visible, oh, she wants to bite my face? Or is it just all mental?
I would
you to move
yeah.
your beard a little bit.
I would absolutely say there's like active like physical tension. You might not see the claws come out or like the gnashing, but you can definitely tell like there's like a repressed like flinch every now and then.
I'm gonna do a thing that on the one hand is foolish because it probably increases that level of temptation, but on the other hand is intended to be a communication of like complete faith that you're gonna kick this thing's ass. So I am 0% worried, and put a hand on your shoulder. Be like, fuck, what are you gonna do? Bite me? No. Because you're better than that.
Is she better than that, Ninners?
Roll me a wisdom save, but I will say again, because of your monk background and this prayer that's going on, I will give you advantage because again, like I said, more than most, you have the ability to control your urges. But everyone's praying for your rolls currently.
Not an
0% worried.
Don't want to roll in.
Very
Period.
nice.
I'm gonna say the only thing you really get out of her is like she reaches up, and then there's like a twitch, and then she just pulls it back. It's just like, not today.
Yeah, my words are now occupied because I'm just gonna pray until it feels like I should probably wake somebody else up because I have not been paying attention, and then go back to sleep.
Is this soft dwarven prayer, or is this the prayer of a forged cleric?
It's soft in that it's soft for a dwarf, It's still
So like
kind of like,
harsh whisper.
Stage whisper.
Yeah.
it's like the low rumble of a truck passing by. It's not like loud, but
Okay.
it's there.
All right. Sounds good. You feel it more than you hear it. I like it. All right. So who is next on the list?
Well, I think it's Corlin.
All right, Corlin. You're woken up by this kind of impromptu prayer circle going on, but you are free to do your perception check or anything else that you want to do during your
Okay.
watch period.
Okay. She would just go, okay, they're praying, I think. And then she would go take a post and roll some percepciones here. Okay. Advantage is off. Perception. 31.
More than everyone combined until now.
Listen.
Pressing that high, can you see the back of your own head? Like,
It is for you. It is quiet, almost eerily so, and your eyes, given your background, drift to the shadows. Right, that's where you would be. That's where you would launch this. You see ambushes. You see where you would make use of the geometry here in an offensive style, and you're looking around and just kind of keeping an eye out, and you don't see anything overtly until you hear a dog barking its absolute head off from coming from the tiny hut, just like "Roar, roar, 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 roar," like just like everyone's awake now. Anyone who can, I mean, you could try to sleep through a dog barking, but you're at ground zero of this dog, so probably not. But you hear this dog barking its absolute head off right now.
What the hell is going on? Because they didn't see the dog; they just hear a dog.
Yeah, you just hear the
So
dog.
we just like hear echoing barks in a fucking dome.
I'm actually considering
yeah,
what we've been up against already.
So my 31 withstanding here, would Corlin assume that it's something that Effie cast because it's coming from the hut? Or would she be like...
Effie would say invisible assailants or assailants, or invisible assailants or spies or people in the ethereal plane.
With hellhounds, are we fighting these shits again?
No, just that's mine.
You
thank
have
you, babes.
hellhound?
Actually, Moody would actually know it's there because he has blind sight, so he would know about the dog. But since he has blind sight, is there anything that he's detecting, like close to the dome?
How far does blind sight go?
I think it's like 10 feet. Let me check.
You have to push your glasses up with that voice, Foos.
10 feet from himself, yeah.
10 feet from yourself, no.
Okay.
It's not immediately present to you.
Anyone see anything? Just gonna look around.
Corlin, to answer your question going into it, give me an Arcana roll, because this is absolutely it's a high level spell. It's not or higher level spell. It's not something I think most people would be aware of. So if you have any training in Arcana,
none at all. I'm just trying to figure out if she would stay in her pose or if she would run back to towards the sound.
To the dog.
Yeah, toward the dog.
Oh, Effie said that was ours, and it's a friendly dog, and it's fine. But there's something outside that we need to be looking for. And can Effie try to see if Effie can think up what might be happening just from looking around? And specifically looking at where the dog is looking, because Effie can see the dog. I'm pretty sure it says in the spell, Effie's the only person that can see it.
Correct. You are watching the dog basically change direction from north-ish to south. It's "Arr!" and then like just kind of like going back and
Ooh,
forth.
we're surrounded.
It's pivoting.
Okay.
If it's doing that, and Moody can tell with his blind sight, he's going to use his ether spear with no armor, but he's just going to reach over to his spear and cut through again and use his bonus action to look through the ethereal plane.
Okay. You could see through the ethereal, correct? What's the distance say?
Up to 60 feet.
Okay.
You can use your bonus action to see 60 feet into the ethereal plane for 1 minute.
Okay.
And can use the spear attack to attack creatures on that plane.
You see what you would easily identify as a pair of Cambions to your north.
Oh, good.
And
a pair.
one to your south.
Okay, cool. Good.
And
Good.
you can, in the ethereal, you can tell they're not, like, despite the token that I'm using, they are not heavily armored. They are, like, leather. They have blades that are dripping some kind of ichor. They don't seem to be in a position to, like, get into a long, like, engaged fight. This seems to be very much like an assassination kind of situation.
He's gonna do, like, after he does that, while he's holding the portal open with his spear, he's just gonna get a head count, make sure everybody's in the dome. And then after that, start. Alright, so we have... Is that correct? There's 3 on the map?
Yes, 3.
Okay.
Yep. And
Can everybody see through, or is that just Moody?
I think just
think
Moody.
it's just me. Because it says you can use your bonus action to see. So I guess it's me, and I imagine... I don't know. But yeah, as he's holding it open, he'll just get the head count of everyone, and then... Alright, so we have 3 wonderful Cambions waiting for us on the outside of this dome. Good news is they're not in here yet. Yes, those are fiendish assholes who most of the time wear more armor than what they're wearing, but I think they're here for a swift kill. But can't do that while we're in here, so we could go back to sleep. But I'll leave that up to you.
Yeah, let me just make sure that Liam's tiny head blocks from the ethereal as well.
Let me check something out.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Actually,
it says everything's barred from passing, but does it exist in the ethereal? Is the question.
I'm gonna say, if it doesn't explicitly say that it does.
So where do I throw this hammer?
He's gonna point with his spears and like 2 this way and 1 that way.
Okay.
Yeah, but they're not here yet. They will be here when they want to like come through. We should probably armor up.
Since he can see them, I imagine they can see him. Are they making eye contact with him at all? Are they doing anything?
That was what that roll was for.
Oh, okay.
One.
I'm very stealthy, Nenners.
Yeah, the like cutting into another reality with the spirit being like,
"Hello."
One of them is like busy trying to like get another angle, and was like drifting off to the side. But one that's like directly in front of you was like you see the head tilt, like what? And is like kind of motioning to us, and then there's like some kind of communication going on between them right now. But they have stopped their advance at the moment.
Merciel's gonna poke her head out of the dome and be like,
Do
"Are they edible?"
If he's close, he would try and yank her back in.
You just see like a hand on your head, just push him right back in.
What the fuck are you doing?
Oh, I thought he was outside when he did the spear cut thingy.
No. We're in the dome right now.
No.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, then she's just like sitting there, still shivering. And she's just like, "Are they edible?"
Are they edible?
Oh, you didn't hear that. Shit. Are we gonna have to fight?
Yeah,
Mr. Moody,
yeah.
Mr. Moody, quick question.
Yes.
I know they're in the ethereal, but are they here?
I'm going to need you to rephrase that in a way that makes sense.
Okay, so she doesn't understand how the ethereal works.
Oh, it's a plane kind of adjacent to art.
They're there, but are they here?
The nature of these creatures is that they can come be exactly where they are standing in basically whenever they'd like. So most likely they're formulating a plan. And I imagine like he's saying this as they're like looking at him and he's just like, 1 second, I'm busy talking to you. So if you don't mind, like you could just wait a second. No, he's saying that to the Cambians, not to you. Like once they recognized him.
Would I be able to hit them from here if they're there?
Well, to that point, I asked where to throw the hammer and was told. So I don't know if I can hit them or what.
That's what Cortland's trying to figure out here.
The hammer left with the hand.
Here, you know?
Oh, you threw it out of the.
Yeah.
This man has learned nothing. Okay.
I love how true.
It's allowed to come back through the dome.
I don't think you can attack through the dome.
Yeah.
I think like an attack.
Objects that are
like...
inside the dome can pass through freely.
Really? I didn't know
Right in
that.
the wording.
Oh, he's not
That's
wrong.
so
No,
cool.
he's not wrong. Spells, no. You can't do spells, I don't think.
No spells, but
spells
like
can't. Arrows can.
Okay.
I also kind of
awesome.
wanted to see
Yeah.
the arm and hammer, like dwarven hand stick out. But yeah. But all right. So give me an attack roll. Whether or not it hits is not really based on your belief. And we'll find out what happens there.
I mean, I have to assume it's a disadvantage, right? I can't actually see.
Oh, 100%. Like you. This is a blind shot. Of all blind shots. Okay. Unfortunately, it goes. I mean, to your credit, it goes pretty much in the direction you were vaguely told that where it was, but your hammer just like falls to the ground, and you can obviously retrieve it if you want.
Did I hit him?
No. No. Don't throw anything at us.
It'll take a second for them. They have to like come to this plane first. Once you see them, then you can hit them. But like,
Great question, actually.
we'll be able to see them like that.
So, just based on the way this spell is written, we can throw objects in, right? Can we call them back though?
Can pass through freely.
Yeah, objects can pass through. Pass through, not to say through or out. Yeah, pass through easy. Yeah, pass through. All creatures and objects are barred from passing through it. Oh, wait, hold on. Did I read that wrong? Where is it?
It's two different sections.
Yeah.
Creatures and objects within the dome, when you cast the spell, can move through it freely.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, okay,
and objects. So that works. So, anywho, once you are obviously this is happening, Moody, you're watching them begin to kind of fall back.
Tell them I'm a vampire, and if they come closer, I'll just eat them.
They're backing up. Also, I can't see like this for much longer. Actually, as he's saying, that's probably towards the end of that 60 seconds. So he's like, I'm gonna lose them after this, but they're definitely not leaving.
The dog can see them until we're done, until we can deal with Mauricio.
Quick question, the nurse. Does she already have like fangs or whatnot?
No, they've stopped. It's really it sucks, but basically they're stunting the onset of it, right? So like,
I was gonna.
It's
have
like
to roll
catching a
intimidation
fever
with
and
the
like having
fangs.
it purged and catching it again, like until like it actually gets fully flushed out of you. You're in this kind of cyclical misery.
Oh, if she had
Yeah.
fangs, I was gonna have her roll up to Moody and like put a hand on the shoulder and just be like, It's an intimidation check to be like, come on, feed me, feed more.
Yeah, no, you look like I hate to say it, you look like you are kicking a drug habit right now. Is what you look like. It's bad, and not a light one.
With iced tea standing over me, looking concerned.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keeps coming from me, man.
Spells and magic can't affect or be cast through it. Okay, so if he saw all of them back up, right?
Correct.
Okay. So once his ethereal thing drops from his spear, he's going to poke his head out the side and cast Hunter's Mark on the last one he can see. and then pop back in.
Okay. Link, Hunter Smart for me real quick.
I sure will, Ninners.
That has no save, right? It's one of them cheeses that just
No,
sticks.
you just congratulations, you're marked.
Yep.
As enters marked by pointing at somebody and calling them a morgasmo from like the 90s hood movies, that would be hilarious.
Okay, yeah. I want to say
Sorry.
for ease of use, this one is going to be marked, and you can feel it kind of moving away.
All right, so just kind of poke his head out and look at that one thing. So his eyes will just like flash a color, and then he'll pop back in. All right, well, I can't see them, but I can track one for an hour at least.
Does it know you're tracking it?
I don't think it does. I don't know. Does the target know if it's marked? I don't remember. I don't really know.
I'm trying to purge the stupid hunter's mark from WoW from my head with a stupid arrow over your head, but
yeah.
But no, I don't. There's nothing here that says like there's an overt like It's not like you came in and like branded it like like where it is now. But yeah, it's I'm gonna say no just because it doesn't specifically say that it does for ease of use. But you do feel them get to a certain point, and then does that go through dimensions?
I don't think
I don't think
so.
it specifically says that.
Okay.
Oh, hi, Bubba.
I just want to say, Moody, you are the GOAT for this. Because you basically had these guys walk up thinking they had the element of surprise, and then you were like, sup? And then they were like, we all know problems.
We'll see what happens. Oh my god.
It doesn't say it doesn't go through planes, it just gives you advantage to track them.
Right, yeah. So if they shift back out, I think I lose them. But I imagine, I don't know, when they come back, my concentration would pick up again. But I don't. You tell me what's going on.
I'll let you know when it pings again for you.
I hope that they come back, and then Moody just does the Kevin Hart.
Hold on, the dogs just stopped barking.
The dogs have stopped barking. The dog has stopped barking.
Nice.
Cool, I'm going right back to sleep.
Okay.
I mean, you were praying before this happened, but okay.
No, I was asleep. You were on watch.
He prayed briefly and then went to sleep. But like it wasn't
prayed
like he
for
was
a couple
praying
hours.
the whole time. Okay, he
Okay.
prayed for hours.
Yeah.
Whatever the duration of a watch is.
Okay.
I think
Alright.
Effie's going to like wake up and be like, I can take watch with you.
That sounds agreeable. And you just hear like pat the. I think she'd be sitting. Where would she be sitting? Like on one of the balconies or something? If you just like pat like the side next to her, like coming over.
That like you'll notice that like right above Effie in the little like alcove where she's like set up her sleeping arrangements, she like pats the dog that's like apparently gone back to a sitting down position, and above her, like the Black Widow spider has just like been weaving this very beautiful, very creepy web for most people to just like wake up and see above them a web. But it's pretty normal for Effie, and she'll like come over and sit beside you and try to keep watch hilariously. Yeah, plus 13 and -3 keeping watch. I can just give you advantage. I can help you.
Mauricio is definitely watch Effie leave with like super intent because she's super scantily clad and there's nothing but skin there. She's just like,
Mauricio real thirsty.
In more than one way, apparently.
Yeah,
nah,
I think
that's all like bloodlust.
yeah, I think that Effie probably would notice that and just be like, you look like death.
I feel like it.
Yeah, Effie's gonna cast Death Ward on you. And hopefully that helps.
Oh, wait, Jeff.
That doesn't make me not cold, but thank you. What
Yeah.
was that spell?
It's called Death Ward. Hopefully it'll stop you from dying.
Yeah, this don't take this the wrong way. It's not me being judgmental at all. Could you put more clothes on? You standing there makes me very hungry with not much covering. I'm gonna look this way.
Yeah, I don't have clothes. Um,
Man,
I do have a blanket though, and I can like um cover up myself.
It'll help with
And
that. Thank you.
and I do so just like I don't think like again the wisdom is horrible, but like you can't be an adventurer of this level and not have a bit of a danger sense. And that danger sense is like, you know what? Clothes tonight? That's probably a good idea. And I'll wrap my blanket around as I sit with Coraline.
She's gonna look visibly calmer, like, oh, thank you. Okay.
Corlin, give me another perception at advantage. Your first one was for that minor encounter. The second one is going to be for this.
Okay. Plus 13. Let's do this. 19. A lot worse.
Okay. Yeah, that was terrible rolls. So the but
A terrible 19.
your terrible 19 is better than most people's anything. So what you're gonna do is just kind of sit down, take in the surroundings. To your probably delight, the dog does not bark again.
Nice.
And with the combination of you and Effie just kind of keeping your heads on a swivel collectively, you don't see anything else that would be labeled as a threat.
Okay.
At this point, you guys would have completed a long rest with everything kind of tacked together. I will say, was you guys, Brannigan, remind me again, did you have to cast a spell, or did the feast throw you over so
you said it was
didn't have
remove
to?
curse and a remove poison, and I had to prepare a remove curse.
Okay, so when you wake up, you gotta whatever spells you guys had prepared need to be cast pretty quickly to finalize the cure of Mercil.
Yeah, and I think that Effie, like while Effie and Coraline are like taking watch, she'll sort of like. I think Coraline will have like head on a swivel. I think Effie will just be looking at Coraline and just like a very solving a puzzle sort of like look.
Oh,
Give me an insight check if you want to dig in.
There's nothing there. She is a nun that serves Malil.
I mean, you could even give me an investigation because this is like a long shift. Yeah.
The
if you wanna...
investigation is what Effie's trying to do, and like doesn't expect to like come up with much, but it's just like looking and like very obvious, like obviously going about looking, and just says, "That is really incredible. I know a bunch of clerics. Like, I've studied with some clerics in my studies and my journeys that have a whole bunch of trouble trying to get even a lick of attention from their gods. And your god brought down harp music to help us enter. That denotes something special. You're not an angel, are you?"
Never been accused of that before. I don't know.
Are you something else?
Just someone trying to help. Just someone trying to help you out here.
Yeah, I think she won't. I think she will like less obviously be looking, but like still cutting like a side glance every now and again.
I think she would like have conversation with you during what I don't think she'd just be like swivel, 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 but she would have a conversation with you if that's happening. Like she would comment on your familiar, that she thinks it's a beautiful creature, ask for its name, stuff like that.
Whisper me the check you want to use for that.
Oh no. So shady. I love this monk.
There's no other way of saying it.
That's why her habit's so big. It's full of secrets.
Full of secrets.
You know what they say about dating nuns? Don't get in the habit.
That was you, kid, by the way.
Oh, for me?
Yeah, I need you to roll. So, she's investigating you, right?
Mm-hmm.
How you decide to respond, whether it's performance, deception, persuasion, just not even faking the funk. I don't know what you want to do, but if it's not anything that falls along those lines, and you're just being straight, that's fine. But if you wanted to incorporate what you're doing,
I mean, she is being straight here. She's there to help out with the job. No, she is not an angel. She's never been accused of being an angel. She finds that a little bit weird.
Okay, all right. I will say, as a result of your investigation role, and part of investigation is like pulling out knowledge that you already know and comparing it to what you're taking in. It's a little odd that Malil would have assassins, especially those well-trained, apparently, as this one is. I mean, nothing tracks on that particular front for you. But that being said, it's not like you were like hanging out with Malil cats all the time. Maybe they're just so good you never knew about them. But it doesn't. It's not a perfect fit for Malil's tenants, I will say.
That.
And it's one of those like subtle things, you know, like if you ever seen like a trained professional, they do things by habit, right? You know, checking the weapon every now and then,
Habit.
you know, yeah. Get out of here. Checking a corner, you know, like there's certain like ticks that is like kind of like beaten into you more or less, right? Like as somebody who hunts people or like attacks people on a regular basis, like even if you try to be, and you could hide them within certain motions, but with a 19, I think you'd begin to pick up some of those things. Like she's definitely hyper aware of her surroundings and seems to always kind of know where her balance is and is not far from the weapons and like all these kind of telltale, like really like competent warrior things is what you're picking up from her.
Okay, that's all. The long rest can be over now.
I never got the name of the spider. What are you doing?
Oh, Charlotte. Her name is Charlotte.
Time out. Is that spider for you or is it for your character to know?
Okay.
No, her name is Charlotte.
Lovely.
Awesome.
Okay, I'm writing that one down. Hold up. Charlotte.
All right.
Okay.
So you all come back up. I need the you guys are casting your cure disease and cure remove
I
curse.
spend a few minutes praying to readjust what spells I have asked for. So that I believe it was Murray who has the ability to cure poison.
Yeah, I'm going to use my lay on hands to get rid of the disease. Because it was disease, right? Because
disease.
Either way,
Yes,
actually.
yeah.
Exactly.
Curse and disease.
Well, I keep saying poison, but you're right.
Yeah, I was like, maybe I messed up. I don't remember.
No, you're right.
Okay, good.
Did you want to narrate how you guys do this, or?
I think by the time you approach Mauricio, she's still shaking, but she's like, you know, in that crisscross applesauce monk position, just like trying her damnedest to keep her like wits about her. But when you guys get close, she's just gonna be like, veritable fate. No. Please hurry.
We're out of the woods here, and just know it took incredible strength to make it through the night. I'm just going to lay a hand on one shoulder and just same time.
He'll lay a hand on the opposite shoulder. And 3, 2, and on 1. He'll cast his lay on hands and wait for him to use his remove curse.
Yeah, I will have this holy symbol in one hand, just the other hand there. And it's just, I do like this vulnerable moment of the two heavy armor boys. I don't think in heavy armor yet.
No, yeah, he
I
just
didn't
got
take
up
the
and it was
time.
just like.
I've just got like sensible leather pants because they're all
Definitely
buckskin
not.
and medieval, and then just basically like a sleeveless shirt.
Yeah,
forward to
Moody is
work.
mostly still covered, but like a little bit, like up to his forearms, you can still see all the tattoos that are usually covered by his gauntlets, and otherwise being of elven blood. He looks a lot smaller outside of his armor, but casting on you, his hands glow a little bit.
And with the combination of the Plate Brothers' efforts, you feel kind of forcefully the vestiges of that horrible disease on you get finally purged. And as a monk, you are immediately aware that your body is your own once more. It was exhausting. I'm going to have you roll me a con save. With that, also, your constitution has been restored, along
God.
with the, I forgot the other stat that got reduced, but
Strength, right?
strength, yeah. So your strength and constitution are restored, but I will need a constitution save to see if you are exhausted from the ordeal or if you are able to kind of spring back from it.
Does my aura help with this, or is this?
It is a save, so yes, the aura does help the bolstering of your paladin friend, aiding you here.
Okay.
Oh god.
I don't have an aura button, but all right. I don't know why that's. Oh, that's an advantage because I did the thing.
And that's +4, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So 19. Yep, you pass. You, thankfully, due to your conditioning, are not exhausted. So unfortunately, you don't get the benefit of a long rest, but you definitely aren't exhausted for the next until you rest again. So you are recovered and are coming back to your normal self.
Okay. Well, the shivering is gonna like subside, and she's gonna slowly open her eyes and just be like looking at people.
You look better.
I think it worked. I don't want to chew on you anymore. That's good.
Your loss.
Uh,
I'm just walking over to get my armor ready for the day.
I think Corlin would like put her hand on your arm and she would just like start to feel like the temperature change. Like she goes back to normal, I'm assuming. Or
Oh, absolutely, rather
Okay.
rapidly too. She was down below room temperature, so for it to go back to human temperature, or elf temperature, it's better.
You just give this sigh and be like, oh, I liked it better before.
What?
She just like takes the hand and pushes it off. You're hearing now. You are so weird. And I think
you have no idea how stuffy this
about
thing. You see her like pulling out her habit. Like you have no idea how stuffy this thing gets. She likes cold temperature, guys.
Yes, cold temperature, but vampire friend is worse than feeling slightly uncomfortable because you decide to wear many layers?
I don't think very far.
Apparently.
I'm halfway through putting on heavy armor. Well, I kind of get it, but
He starts putting on his heavy armor as well.
I think I just learned something about you, Brannigan.
what's that? It's hot in this thing. I'm saying I get being comfortable. What?
This is just gonna make a bite gesture. You get up.
You're just gonna get some eyebrows,
Yeah.
and then another.
Um,
I'm in a good
He's
mood.
actually
You're not
gonna
turning
laugh,
into a
guys.
vampire. We beat vampirism. Once my armor's back in, right? You did not get any sleep. So, do you need anything?
It's weird. I did get any sleep, but comparatively speaking, I feel great. Maybe a short bit of rest. You hate it, don't you, Joe? You fucking hate it. Yeah, you hate it. But I need that key back, bro. I need them key points.
No.
You do get key back on short rest.
A,
Yes,
Nenner's
you
has
do.
made a
Yes, you do.
situation where it's not time critical that we have to get moving. And B, I'm a cleric who just wants you to feel 100%. So yeah, let's take a fucking break because you need it.
All right, I will say.
Yeah, if you
Nina,
need a bit of a rest, yeah, you spent all night kicking vampirism's ass. So if that's going to take a minute to bounce back from,
I don't think that would have been possible without your help. In fact, it wouldn't have been.
well, just because you need help doesn't mean you didn't do it.
Thank you.
Asking for help ain't weakness.
Anita, you wanted to say something?
Effie sort of like looks to where the dog was sitting. Is the dog still sitting there?
Yes, although that spell, I think at this point you have maybe an hour left on it, because I think you casted it into like while you were in the long rest period. So
Beautiful. Okay. So we got an hour left. That should like let us have a short rest if we want it, where we can still see into the ethereal. And yeah, Effie will just communicate that.
You don't have to bundle up anymore. Sorry, I thought about eating you.
Yeah, Effie's just going to like take the blanket off, and like put it over top of Merciel's shoulders, because
Nice.
you were like cold as shit for a minute. But yeah, just like puts it over your shoulders just so you're not like dying anymore and you can like warm up a little quicker, and just doesn't say anything with the kindness, just like does it.
Aw. Yeah, she's just gonna bumble herself. Feel roll. Just fall over. Thank you. I'm gonna sleep now.
all right. If you guys want to give me a I mean, you could all roll perception if you want, because you're obviously all coming off a long rest, or you can nominate people to do so. That's fine with me to get advantage.
Let's all roll. Fuck it.
I'm not specific because if you let me cheese the wording a little bit, it just has to involve metal. So it says any simple or martial weapon or armor, and it has to have metal, and it's got a price limit. Mauricio's got a quarterstaff, correct? You have a specific one though. You have like a fancy.
It's a staff of force, I believe.
All right. Then I'm not going to make a quarterstaff because it would be irrelevant because you have a magic one. I'm just going to use my channel divinity, especially because I just get it back on a short rest.
Okay.
It just lets me spend an hour making a thing, and I can just use gold coins to directly translate the cost. So I just set up a little tiny portable Smith's Tools anvil, and with the right stuff. I understand. It's not. I don't actually forge anything. It's magic. Damn it!
Get some rest, Mauricio.
Bang! Bang!
There is one hammer blow at the end of your rest. But the rest of it is setting up the proper runes and shit, and then stacking some gold on the top of the anvil. And at the end of the hour ritual, I'm gonna bring the hammer down once, and then just glowing bright hot red, and then quickly cooling to room temperature. Or just give me 2 bracers that have the symbol of saloon, and then dwarven runes of like get the fuck out of here vampires around the edge. Whatever anti-vampire shit I know. Mechanically nothing. Mechanically nothing. But it's just...
engrave some garlic in there.
It's the
Basically.
rune equivalent of like a vampire no smoking sign.
Yes.
Essentially, so it's going to have dwarven get out of here vampire around the edge, and then centrally will be the symbol of saloon. And I'm just going to toss you those once you're up and about.
That's awesome. Thank you. I imagine that when I rolled disadvantage on my perception because I'm just like, she literally turned herself into a sushi roll.
Oh,
I just
you
wasn't
wouldn't
going to
be-
roll one. I'm busy.
Yeah, you wouldn't be rolling perception. You're resting.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought this was before they like started resting.
No. This is for the duration of the long rest to see. Just, I imagine they have eyes out to protect, you. So that was the idea.
Damn. Go ahead,
That's a
Mike.
wildly good roll for me. Good God.
Quinn and
You see everything tonight.
I forgot to switch out Quinn.
yeah,
What?
he's still Quinn instead of his character.
Well, that dude's creepy. How did he get in here?
How do you get in here?
There was a spider, and that's all it takes.
That's it.
That's how it goes with my characters. Yeah.
Eh.
You once again are relieved to find that there's nothing else kind of pursuing you at the moment. You do hear what sounds like a bell going off faintly, kind of like a church bell, like a gong, gong, gong. And I would say Carlin and Moody will be able to count the gongs, and it goes up to 8.
So it goes
Then
gong, gong,
just
gong, gong,
stops?
all the way up to 8, and then stops and starts over?
And then it stops. That's it. You get 8 gongs, and then that is it.
Huh.
Okay, so Effie is the one with religion here, right?
Oh,
How would you know?
hi, Effie.
Yeah, she would just go. She would turn to Moody and go, "You heard that, right?
Yeah.
8 gongs. That mean anything to you?"
Not to me specifically.
Okay.
Does 8 gongs mean anything
Uh,
to Effie other than 8 o'clock?
Yep, there could obviously be the 8 o'clock time thing happening. It's the number 8 could mean a bunch of stuff. It's tough to say. You would probably need to put a roll into this, but like nothing jumps out at you like, oh, 8 gongs equals the coming of Beelzebub or something. Like there's
They're releasing the Kraken.
the Kraken. Yep, 100%. I hope you guys can swim.
That like would I know of like a role that would like work well with this?
History or religion, depending
Yeah.
on the angle. Religion would obviously dive deeper into the more mythological, and the history would be more of like statistical or like scholarly.
Yeah, I'll go religion. Yeah.
Religion.
It's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock.
Strong 4. You would categorize that as a low or a high roll? Just curious.
And this isn't
It's
important.
high.
It's 8 o'clock. Effie's not thinking about it. Effie's only like making the roll because people are like, "Who 8 gongs?" But it's 8 o'clock.
Is there a reason you made? Is there a reason you made me sound like a caveman right there? Ooh, 8 gong,
I literally thought you said it gong.
8 gong.
You spoke up.
The 8 gongs in a place like this is likely symbolic. Time obviously isn't too hard to be aware of in this kind of situation, assuming you have access to a window. But it probably means something else. And given, I would say, with a 14, you would be able to maybe piece together, all right, we're dealing with a lot of devils or devil-adjacent things. The number 8, maybe the layer?
Who is king?
There are 9 princes, right? But
There are-
like 8 sort of like underlings to Asmodeus.
Correct. And technically 9 levels of hell.
Huh. Ugh. Well, if Mauricio is like rested, it's probably by time that we head out. So who has the little like the machine that teleports us where we need to go?
You do.
Ooh, I probably should have written that
It's been
down.
a long night.
I probably should have written that down. But I looked.
I will
and
say, hold on to that, because I think it's break time, because I'm worried about my sister's bladder, and we're about that halfway mark. So,
I gotta
I'm
say,
actually doing all right, but yeah, we should take a break. That's a good point.
I gotta say, you're
I-
such a caring brother, man.
I mean, sometimes.
I mean, sometimes, most of the time he forgets. Anyway, I will just mention before we go, I saw Anita posting aid. We heroes feasted before we went to bed, so we still have those maximum hit points.
Can
so-
that stack? I'm pretty sure that can stack.
I don't know. That's what
10 hit points, it's always the
I
highest
think it's the
instance.
highest of 10.
This is raising your max.
This
Though,
is
so that's why
raising
I'm like, I
max
don't know.
Hey, that's a whole other thing.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure raising
I'll
max
look it
hit
up while you
point
guys go on
stacks.
break. Yep.
But yeah,
Excuse me, what were our fifth point?
It was 8.
Okay.
And what was the one before it?
Well, that's gone anyway.
No, I'm just wondering, what was it before?
Less
I
than
don't know. Gone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Apparently they do stack. So at least from what I had just looked up, 8 and Heroes Feast would stack. But
Go
anyway,
on break.
we're gonna go on break.
Get out of here.
We're going to go on break. Okay. Thank you and stuff. We'll be back in like 10ish minutes. Hopefully 10 minutes.
Thanks,
Bye.
Candy.
5.
Welcome back. We were not just talking about silly pickup lines and other things than D&D, but we're back. And the team has recovered from their long and short rest. Their monk is surprisingly free of vampirism, and they are ready to go on the next stage of this adventure. So,
actually, hold on, because she was still asleep, and then wakes up to the sound of the anvil,
and then 2 bracers being thrown at you.
Over the course of an hour, the gold dissolved into just liquid pools, and then just hammer. They jump up into the air and form correctly, and then just flip them at you. Just
it's funny because she would pop up, but she wrapped herself like all the way in the blanket. So instead of just the hell, what are you crafting? What the hell?
Look, I'm of the opinion that significant events should be remembered, and a lot of times that's with statues and memorials and things, but I ain't got the time, so they're not functional, and I don't like that about armor, but you don't really need armor. And I was going to make like a choker thing to make sure vampires couldn't bite your neck, but it felt inappropriate somehow, so braces.
Oh, you made bracers for me?
Well, yeah, you stayed up all night and through sheer force of will and a little touch of the good stuff, said no. So, braces.
Actually, am I hungover? The only one.
No, because your monk physiology and the fact that you've kind of not been... I don't think it was enough to get you absolutely trashed.
I gave you 2 6% beers.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Over the course of 9 hours, you're fine.
Also true, but you're all right.
Yeah, you're fine.
Oh, it's just like, yeah, that was holy ale. Never thought about it, but genius. And thank you. I was just gonna, am I wearing bracers? Do I have bracers? That's a great question.
You might have bracers of defense. It's a solid monk item. I just picked a thing.
Does have bracers of defense?
I picked a different thing. It's like a bracer, but for like the upper arm.
Oh, why did I was supposed to search for that.
It's decorative.
Oh, wait, what?
Decorative?
You said you had bracers of defense, so I just pivoted and said it's intended to be worn on the upper arm as a decorative thing.
Okay. Well, I didn't think they were like super high quality, so let me check here.
Whoa.
I know, right? Jeez.
All right.
No, not yours. Hers.
Uh-huh.
She has.
Sure.
Yeah, she has the one. Yeah, it's only 2 AC.
Well, these aren't any AC. These are just metal.
Oh.
I can't just make magic items on the par of +2.
So she just puts these on.
Wherever you don't even have to wear them. I just made them.
She's gonna wear them. It's a gift, and she super appreciates it. Does it have the no vampires circle with the slash in it?
Not in so many obvious symbols. It's just got dwarven like protection runes and like anti-undead stuff on the borders, and then got a saloon symbol in the middle.
You know what's hilarious is she actually knows dwarves, so she's gonna look at that and surprisingly be like, "Huh, thank you. I appreciate this. I like your choice of runes here." It's just looking at it again. It's obvious she knows what the fuck it says. It's just like start slipping them.
Yeah, well, I don't know how much she'll actually protect against a vampire, but at this point, we've got the tools ready.
She's gonna step over and just, lay a hand on the shoulder, and just in Dwarvish be like, "You're good people."
I'm just gonna chuckle because I didn't know you spoke Dwarvish, and I find that very amusing. And just
she lives in Waterdeep, right?
But right back into Dwarvish.
Oh, you look like you smell something nasty.
Well, good enough, people. But I'd like to think everyone here is good people. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here.
That is true. She's gonna feel a little weird She looks towards Effie and Corla. Only because she was looking at them. Well, especially Effie, because Corlin is fully clothed, like a snack earlier. It's just
You don't know if she's a snack or not under that. Come on. Don't just
What?
be like, just her. Okay.
yeah, but in a different way. Now,
Okay.
before it was like literal, like non-snack, but now it's like snack for a different reason, NDA reasons.
And we just lost our eyes in the ethereal. We should head out.
Oh,
Like
you're.
the invisible dog, it left.
Does it have a name?
It finished up its shift, 8 hours, union stuff. Takes out the magic stuff that we were given, and says, "All right, probably don't want to activate it with us like not being in physical contact with each other. So everyone hold hands."
Oh, I can do this without feeling hungry now. Thanks for the meal earlier. That was filling. And also-
Okay, out of character, I meant to ask, what did everyone eat?
Food?
Now.
I'm sorry. Later.
Oh,
We're never
Later.
gonna get out of this room, Nenners.
Their,
Sorry.
I love
their
it.
favorite foods. No. And Effie activates the magic item, and we get transported into the room before the elevator room.
Room before the elevator room. So the garden one, is that what you mean?
Well, you said that Effie got a vision of like where they were gonna be teleported, and like
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure, is this the room that you've seen before? Or is this...
This is wherever it takes us. It only
Okay,
takes us to
got it,
one
got it.
place, right?
Yes, kind of. Maybe. That's why I'm like, which room are you talking about?
We got a D100 roll.
Oh no.
The room before the elevator. It's also...
Like
There's more than one.
I remember Effie like getting a vision of a room that we would be transported to, and then like near that room is an elevator that goes down to the
okay.
battery.
Yes. I know exactly what you're talking about now. Okay, thank you. This is what happens, folks, when you have 3 campaigns in your head, and you have to try to like figure out where you are in these campaigns.
And how many of them are you plotting to kill us?
All of them.
I would sympathize that sounds difficult, but none of them ever progress. So it's all the same.
You
That's
fall down.
third.
Uh,
You fall down, go boom.
I'm not blaming you.
I'm just being a shit. You're good.
Is there? You're gonna get a desperation, bro.
We've been here 2 hours and we ain't gone out of this room. That's on us. Not you.
Oh,
We know who that D4 is going against.
but Nenners, I do need a ruling as a DM as to whether or not aid can stack on Hero's Feast.
It can.
Oh,
We
yes.
verified that. So 100%.
Awesome. Like the Moody twins, Moody Murray, both take 5 extra HP on top of your max, on top of the extra that I already gave you
Thank you.
from the Hero's Feast.
So it should be 13 altogether.
Yeah,
8 plus
13
5.
altogether.
Thank you very much.
I'm sorry.
And is it also you as well?
Yeah, it's
Okay, because it's
me
up to 3.
and
I just wanted to make sure you have enough.
So wait, the Hero's Feast gives us 8 then?
Hero's Feast gave you +8. Hero's Feast gave everybody +8. And if y'all have any like familiars or pets, they can also have +8 to their stuff. It just specifies creatures, and we got
cool.
enough to share.
Okay, cool. I'll write that down. Okay.
But yeah, that the +8 is for everybody. The +5 is for Moody, Murray, and Effie.
Oh, okay. I had the right number. Sorry. Name brand.
Okay, excellent. Okay, you guys are instantly transported, and the moment you teleport in, you realize you are now in open sky. You are at likely the top of this keep, or at least some part of it, as you see the spires that are erected around you, various stairwells, and what looks like very elegant kind of illumination, kind of lights that are magically kind of diffusing the darkness from here. There's almost a maze-like structure to this, in kind of the haphazard design of how the staircases are going up and down around. To the dwarf in the party, this is almost offensive. The lack of proper design and infrastructure rules that are not being followed here. That all being said, you do see yet another Cambion in front, with flanked by two kind of undead-looking creatures and a woman standing behind, initially kind of discussing with the Cambion, like, it should all be done soon. The master said it wouldn't take that long, and then we can actually get back to our proper mission of hunting down those vagrants. And like as they're kind of going back and forth, the Cambion just kind of looks over her shoulder as she realizes her attention has been trained to you. Oh, look, guests! I see. Hello.
Also, just confirming, this isn't the same lady that was turned and then fucked right off, right?
No, it's a different lady. Stop being sexist.
Good.
I'm just making sure, because we've seen Neferata before, Nenners.
Oh, you have?
She's just playing her character, okay? Okay, come on.
I'm just giving my sister shit because I can.
Yeah. It's cool.
But you seem to be out of place. Can we help you perhaps vacate the premises? We're busy doing some very important work here, and we'd appreciate not having any distractions.
What are you up to?
Give me a persuasion check.
You're not just gonna answer, Nenners?
Just everybody.
Why am I rolling so
Yes. Oh, that's amazing.
That was amazing.
Yeah.
lives on?
Like, you speak and your breath reeks of celestial energy, and they're just like, eh.
Yeah.
Fuck out of here. Oh my god.
She's, young one, even if I had the time to explain to you, which I don't, I sadly don't think you would understand. Just let you know that it's important work, and you're just fouling it all up now.
You seem very proud of it. Are you sure you don't want to try us?
Try you in helping?
Well, try telling us. Maybe we'll surprise you.
Oh no, I'm quite sure you won't understand.
I don't know. Some of our number are pretty smart.
It's me. I'm the person.
I was
that's
trying
very
not to
smart.
single you out. Yes, you were super genius. She's a super genius.
And I think Effie will step forward. I am very interested in the work that's being done here.
She was talking infernal at midnight. It's very weird. Don't know how we feel about that.
Is this the angle we're going at? We're just gonna try and convince her to have a conversation with us?
Absolutely.
Also, why are we telling them what we're up to? I don't have to understand shit about what they're doing in order to break it.
Yeah, I think Effie does want to get some information, out of them as to what they're up to. And we'll just, step forward and, ask.
I think Corlin would get her daggers ready, and she'd be holding an action in case something happens here.
Okay, roll me your persuasion check, and she'll continue to kind of. You seem to be in a bit of discord.
Who's persuading?
Effie's the one who's asking what they're doing.
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Let's see. The short of it is that we are securing a magical bastion for the future. The details of which may include solidifying magic in some ways, manipulating ley lines, and creating permanent batteries in portable forms. Does that all sound good to you?
Yeah. I think Effie sort of gets sort of the vibe from that and just is like, huh. Will turn and be like, that's all I really want to know.
Cool. Hammer throw.
Yeah.
Can you reach with that?
I can throw it a ways. I don't know how far we are.
Cool. Hammer
I mean,
throw.
I feel like we're very close. We just like popped up close to them.
According to the
assume?
map,
Oh,
we
Oh,
seem to be
there's a
quite a
map.
distance. Yeah.
The fact that there's an actual map might rectify, change that question. That's
okay.
Oops.
And at this
Yeah.
time, I am
that is out of my
I mean-
range. In which case, it's guiding bolt.
Yeah.
I think Anita said that Effie would have stepped up a little bit.
Yeah, Effie definitely steps forward into like talking distance.
I will say, you guys, within reason, can position yourselves in a way that wouldn't be deemed overtly aggressive, but would assist with your ability to shout to them.
Okay, what's a good sniper's perch?
I think he's gonna. If it's all right, he's gonna go on the stairs over here.
Okay. I would say they would probably chime up a little bit if you got that close. I would say
Okay.
anything beyond the first set of landings would.
Okay.
Oh, so like here or
Yeah, it's very much like can you stay where you are and tell me what you want to do? Like
That-
this would be the line of scrimmage, if you will.
awesome. Cool beans. So we're looking at a Cambion, 2 demon sort of people, and
2
a
undead guys. You would
manager.
Someone in management? Yes. Okay.
in the manager, middle management.
Yeah, they're giving middle
Right.
management vibes.
Thank you, Flanny. They're gonna tie you up with HR meetings and write-ups. All right. Okay. So I believe there was one impulsive action being done.
It wasn't impulsive. I sat there and waited.
Okay.
As soon as we got here, I was ready to throw, but I let people say
Yep.
stuff.
Get your hammer in the air. I will say the second that hammer leaves your hand, it is combat time. So I will need.
Yeah. I was good though.
Okay.
Which one was talking?
Which one?
The lady, I believe.
The lady, I
The
believe,
lady,
yeah.
the manager, Karen. if
The
you-
manager, okay.
It is definitely a disadvantage, but that's who gets the hammer.
Okay.
This isn't about smart choices. This is about don't talk to me like that.
Right choices.
I
not
know.
Ugh.
I just expect at some point. You're not even going to cast spells on your allies normally anymore. You're just going to throw your hammer at them.
Isn't
My spells are for healing you all.
Joe, isn't Brannigan's hammer have a 60 range in that?
Look, 60's the long range.
Yeah, exactly. So don't you
That's
have
why
sharpshooter?
Why would no?
People that
What?
don't have sharpshooter have to have a disadvantage when they use their long
Some
range.
of us,
That's what I was asking. I thought he had
some
sharpshooter.
of us don't cookie cutter mystery spiders and sharpshooter on every character. I'm just
Shots
and
fired.
that's not a knock. You like it, and that's great.
I'm sorry, I'm bad at making characters, Joe.
No, you made the great barbarian who was my friend and didn't have any of those things. He did use Great Weapon Master because it's sharpshooter for clubs, but
I mean, his sister.
Anyway,
was
does a
Spider-Thing,
17
but
hit, Nunners?
Dude, I'm loving this little change. So, unfortunately, you huck your hammer, and
unfortunately,
it is at the cusp of your range, and she just kind of like, with a little bit of disdain, watches it just sail by her. Violence it is, lads. Violence it is. Commence.
can I make an attack when it comes back to my hands?
No.
Hold up. Kenny?
Stop.
I normally get 2 attacks anyway. I'm just saying.
I mean, not from that. I mean, no. It's also the max range. It would be like it's like on a downward angle, like it's gonna hit the ground like a foot behind.
Yeah.
Mariciel's
I
just
knew
gonna
what to
kinda
expect
look at him
when
and be
I-
like, he wouldn't understand. He saw he didn't. She did though. We're fighting, huh? All right.
What's a short range got to do with the max range of my weapon there, Flan? Nothing. Get out of here.
All right. So that is you need to bring up the turn order so we can roll.
Is it not?
It's not.
And don't forget to clear.
Making too much sense, Foos.
I know. I was just waiting. I was like, he's not gonna do it until I bother him. Sinners!
Yeah, Nick usually likes you.
Go do the thing. Don't forget to select your token.
Can we keep that 6? Oh my god, Maya got another nat 20 on that. Oh my god.
I just want to let you know, I rolled like 6 20s today. 3 of them were natural ones. I have a 50% shot to get a natural one
that
tonight.
is amazing.
Thank you for supporting me with your holiday roll.
I technically rolled better than Maya.
My goodness.
That's I don't know if that's
Yeah.
saying much, but that's kind of. I'm gonna have these guys go in the same initiative order for. So, oh boy.
Why?
Geez. Look, that's the first natural 20 I think I've ever gotten on initiative.
On initiative.
Good for you.
That's growth, Nenner.
Good.
Right, please. I can't think of one.
No, not for you. Yeah.
And
I feel like I've gotten a bunch. for
unfortunately,
initiative
yeah,
rolls.
you're a hacker. When
Yeah.
it comes to that.
All
say
right,
that
so
one-
monks, bad guys, everybody else.
Camian's gotta go.
Wait,
No,
are we missing? Oh, no, never mind.
It's
Yeah.
monk, bad guy, monk.
I
No,
love that
Nope.
you managed to somehow outroll me, and I crit it.
it's
What are
definitely
you-
monks
I
back
said
to
that,
back.
yeah.
All right, that look good. Everybody look good.
I mean,
It
I
looks
barely
good.
did it, but yeah.
Okay, excellent. All right, Corlin, you are up.
Wait, doesn't
Look at the turn order.
Mauricio go first?
No,
She critted.
no, what? So
Okay, sure. All right, we're going to try to strike the lady with the German-sounding name there, then, because she looks like she's in charge and she might know some magic-making stuff. So, unfortunately, I do not have the cool stuff here because well, no advantage. So let's try this shit out. Normal, no sharpshooter. Sneak, no sharpshooter. And we're going to try to knife the lady. Or the lady. The 28 hit?
Betty good rolls.
28 absolutely hits. Yep.
Fantastic, okay. Mark that away. Okay. Look at that garbage damage. Okay. We're going to do it again. And come on. 17?
17 misses.
Ooh, okay. Let's spend one for the lulz here. And becomes a 19.
19 also misses.
Damn it. Okay. Okay. Bonus action. We're going to use. Is that a class feature? I believe it is. One moment, please. I'm sorry. Not focused aim. Where the hell is it? Anyway, it's the one where if I use a key point, I can attack at the bonus action. So bonus action attack again. 21.
21 just hits.
Fantastic. All right, roll damage for that one. And I'm assuming since they had that heart to heart, I don't think normally Corlin would change positions here, but I think since they had a heart to heart, she's not going to move.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. So first shot, you kind of get her distracted as she was looking at the dwarf, like, "How dare you!" Then, and then the second one she dodges, and the third one it actually hits again, and she's just kind of like, violent. Why? Like, could have just had a conversation. And she's just kind of like trying to fix her attire a little bit after being like kind of roughed up. But that is the end of your turn. Mauricio, it is yours.
Nenners, Insomnia Knight is accosting you right now.
He's accosting me right now. I'm sorry.
Yes.
I didn't.
No, he gave you have 2 DM inspirations, so he said you better use them.
I will absolutely use them. Don't you worry.
I feel that is him accosting you. Like, you better use them.
No, he's
And
right.
Benita still has hers too, but those expire at the end of the session, so make sure you use them.
Insomnia Night, you are filthy.
I'm trying to get us through this turn so she could actually do it. So, Marissa, if you can go first.
Thank you. She's gonna throw in immediately, just be after she points it. Brandon, and she's like, he wouldn't get it. And he didn't. You saw how he just threw the hammer. I'm going to throw this at you. Throws the searing Luna burst. She's actually spending 3 key points because she immediately recognized those were undead. And after what she went through, she ain't got no time for that shit. So they need to go immediately. That translates into 8d6. Oh, that wasn't too bad. That wasn't too bad.
8d6, and that's for the undead. Does it do anything extra to fiends?
Don't know. It's radiant damage.
Okay, it's just radiant. Got it. Yeah, they don't like that.
And then she kind of. Let me see what the range is here.
Is there a save? There's a con save,
Yeah,
right?
Constitution saving throw.
Well, surprisingly not great. But they don't have. Hold on a second. I think it's stuck on. Yeah. That was my bad.
All right.
Wrong button.
She's gonna dash up to about here, and then just pretty much swing her quarterstaff upward to lose like a radiant cut right at the undead to the left, the white. So I'm gonna go ahead and roll that.
All right.
That's going to be, and she's burning her bonus action on this one.
Toggle. That's what it is. Okay, now I can do it.
I don't know why. Oh, it's disadvantage. Sorry about that. It's a 17.
That's for the one on the left. I will let you know in just a second.
Yeah.
That's for the run on the right. Excellent. That's the 2 we like to see. And then for Camion actually has decent con. It is not an advantage though. So the first one, 19, and then con 2. We're having fun. Give me 1 second. I am.
You're good. You're good.
Roll 20 is wrestling with me.
Are you winning or?
It's being squirrely.
It's being squirrely.
It really is. I've asked this thing to separate for the last 2. Oh, now I've got this. Okay, that's excellent. Give me 1 second. Roll out the damage for me if you don't mind from that if you haven't already, and then I'll get to it.
32.
Thank you.
Wait, are you talking about the lunar bolt or the burst?
The second attack that you made.
Oh, so it does hit the white.
You rolled a 17, right? Yeah, that does hit.
Oh, okay.
Doing damage. We out here
There
doing
it
damage.
That's a 4.
Okay. There we go. All right. Cool.
You hold that
Also-
strong 4, and then you think about what you did.
My goodness. Okay, so what was the first save I needed? The con save. What was your saving?
Your DC.
Your DC for the
Dude, I
lunar
have no
burst.
idea. It was never fixed on my
Oh
sheet.
god dang. It's your monk thing, so it's proficiency plus 8 plus wisdom. So it should be 12 plus whatever your wisdom is.
16, so plus 3.
DC 15.
So it's
Your
15.
DC is 15.
Okay, so everyone but the one white failed. And I was
Or
going
pass.
left
Oh,
to
yeah,
right.
yeah, sorry.
Passed, yeah. So, the one on the right takes full damage from that. Let me just double check its weaknesses because it's been a minute because I've been looking at a bunch of other shit.
But you know, Nubs is in my lap, and I started petting him, and he gave me a look of like, "What are you doing? You are ruining this moment. Just let me sit here. Don't touch me right now." Just looked at me.
Yeah, that first blast that you let out just goes off and hits everyone. They kind of dodge and shield their way over, but the one on the left was not, or the one on the right was not looking properly. It just got hit by the whole thing. The second attack you made was on the one on the left, correct? Okay, and that did that damage. Okay, so they're both not looking great. Less than not looking great because they are lovely whites. So. That is that. The Cambion and the other one don't seem to be as phased at the moment, but that did definitely hurt them. You still have your movement.
Yeah, she's just going to use her remaining movement to hop back because After that last fight, he was like, "Oh man, don't get too close."
Yeah.
So
So someone learned their lesson the last time. Okay. I'm gonna say. Let's see. You have. Yeah, it's not gonna make that in a second. All right. So it's the white's turn. They're gonna take out like a kind of crusty-looking ancient bow and like pull out some like horrible-looking bone arrow, and they're just gonna fire one.
We got raided.
We just got raided.
oh,
Hi,
hello.
RPG again. What's up?
y'all,
And our DM's about to hit us with some fucking whites who know how to use bows. What is this?
Well, don't say that yet. I still got to roll, and I'm not great at it.
actually, Nina's minor correction. She's gonna move next to Corlin because I forgot she has like pole armor and everything. So if anything gets too close, she can.
Okay. I do want to point out that there is an elevation difference between you two, because she's on a staircase and you're below it.
Hey,
Like if I move you guys, that's where you were.
hey.
So just FYI there. What the hell was I doing? Oh, I was rolling poorly. Okay. An 18 was going to go to Mauricio. I imagine that misses.
I've surprised you before, Dennis. Her AC is 18.
Okay.
Oh.
It is a missile, which means if you have the deflect arrows, you can technically.
And she does. She should.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for telling me what I have.
I'm sorry,
so-
man.
Yeah, he's gonna throw it out.
right.
Let's see here.
So roll to see if you can redirect that. The second arrow is going.
If it's only 8 damage, you catch it. Because, like, your monk
it's plus
level
your
is
monk,
already
no matter
over
what.
8.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Forgive me, I am not a monk player. That second one
I'm
was.
gonna catch it and be like, want to try again?
The second was for Corlin.
Okay. Hold up. So when you do so, the damage you take from the attack is reduced by 1d10 plus dexterity plus your monk level. So monk level is what?
Yeah, again, it's 3 damage. You will block. You will catch it no matter what, even if you roll one.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So I'm gonna use I just got a question. If I were to throw this back at you, could I put sharpshooter on it?
Change your background to cheese, sir.
I didn't think that was cheese. Okay, sorry.
Absolutely cheese.
Okay. I'm learning. Yay. Okay.
Hold on. Now he has improved. Okay.
Brandy, are you proud of me? I did cheese.
Yeah, it's a ranged attack with a weapon. It technically works. So yes, you could. There's nothing that I can see overtly off the top of my head in this particular scenario that would stop your nasty cheese.
Well, is it a ranged attack with a weapon or a ranged weapon attack? Those are two different things.
It said ranged attack with a weapon, right? Isn't that what it is?
I don't know. It's up to you. I don't have it in front of me. I'm just saying.
You
'Cause
can make a
thrown
ranged
weapons are
attack
weird,
with a weapon
since
or
they're-
piece of ammunition. You can't. That's part of the same reaction. Okay.
Well, there's that, but
For
there's also sharpshooter.
Sharpshooter.
The sharpshooters.
Thrown weapons get funky
specification.
because they are ranged attacks, but they are not
Yeah.
ranged weapons.
Yeah, sharpshooter I think counts for ranged attacks. So yeah, that's why I've been using that.
But an arrow isn't like a thrown weapon. So yeah, just that's fine. I'll let it go. Yeah. The
All
amount
right.
of
You know what's
You make
funny
this-
about this is the battle starts. She throws 2 daggers, catches the arrow, throws that, and then the next person's probably gonna throw 2 more daggers.
Okay, question. How would rolling this work?
you're just doing an imagined attack roll. Is there anything that would?
You just use it like an unarmed strike because it just uses
Okay.
your monk damage.
Okay.
Yeah, that should work with that.
Okay,
I love having you monk experts in here. Thank you.
Okay, unarmed strike then. Santa Maria de Guadalupe. Oh, let me turn on the sharpshooter. I'm sorry. 20?
And you're shooting it back at who shot it at you, right?
Yes.
That hits.
Fantastic.
I'm starting to get annoyed by your sharpshooter now. This is annoying.
Okay.
Fuck,
Okay.
you keep hitting, even with a weapon you're not good with.
Rolls a 16 or higher every time, pretty much.
Yep.
Okay. So how do I do damage? Just click on armed strike.
It's just
You
damage.
just
Yeah,
do.
click the thing.
Roll.
Oh, God.
Lord.
Yeah,
Just
that
20 damage.
that hurts a lot. Like you grab it and suck it right back and dead center in its head. It's just kind of
like Effie, you would be surprised with like the strength she threw it with. You're like, like just like a gust of wind passing by you. Like
it's not long for this world. It is literally like just listing in place. Like whatever part of its spine is just like it's not responding anymore, and it's just kind of like leaning heavy to the side. All right, so I got to make 2 more attacks real quick to get that of the turn. I didn't anticipate monk cheese.
Okay.
But there it is. So that's a longsword. I apologize.
The rarely seen monk cheese, yeah.
It's literally the same thing except not the same damage. So I'm just gonna roll. What did I roll? It was a fucking 8. I don't know why I'm talking about damage. Like I actually hit somebody. This is for Brannigan, not that matters. Those 2 arrows go straight past you.
I'm just cracking up because it's monk cheese, which meant get spent brie points.
Oh, go away! Go away! No! Also, notice you now have 3 DM inspirations.
Okay, I will definitely use it. I'm going to take 6 psychic damage from Joe's horrible jokes. Campion's turn.
Oh my god.
You are being advised to roll them shits, man.
Yes, bro, I'm not hitting shit with an 8. And
Go.
even if I rolled 2 of those d4s, I probably still wasn't hitting Brannigan with a 16.
I mean, there's a chance you wouldn't. It's your D4. There's a chance you would. But there's a chance you would.
This one is going to cast Fire Ray on the monk on the
That's disgusting.
right. And it could do... Yep, it can use Fire Ray twice. It does not attack at advantage, so you can ignore that. So that would be both attacks, actually. God, my rolls.
You forgot to say which
I will...
monk.
What's up?
Which monk?
The right
You,
one.
the one on the right. That's you. You're the one on the right.
God damn it, Dennis. Stop beating up. I'm kidding. She's just like,
Oh,
nope,
it's 4. Does the
nope.
20 hit you?
Huh?
Yeah.
Does the 20 hit you?
Why?
2-0. Does a 2-0 hit
Yes,
you?
her AC
What
was
you
18.
did
That
to me
hit.
last week. Why?
I'm hitting you again. You take 9 fire damage from the fire ray. As the first one kind of misses, and the second one kind of concentrates and corrects for the miss and hits you. That is that. The Cambion, however, is also going to reposition because it does not like eating a bunch of arrows. And
She
Oh,
threw an arrow. Why are you?
oh, I forgot it could fly. I'm freaking being all silly. There's no problem flying over here. So it's gonna just fly up and like take cover. So it has half cover up there for those who are gonna be shooting in. That is the end of that turn.
Dodge the first one, and then get clipped on the shoulder and be like, "You bitch." Lock eyes on him.
Like you son of a yep. Isabella is going to float back a little bit as she just kind of doesn't have like the wings obviously, but she floats on her own and is gonna step back, and she is
Now don't point that at me.
yep, it's you're the only one on the lower end of the ground right now. Actually no, she's gonna attack Brannigan because you had the insolence of starting this fight to begin with. She's casting chain lightning.
Whoa!
Fuck.
I'm gonna need a that DC is higher. It's actually 18. I don't know why it's showing.
Oh, it's good.
Oh, is it
Oh,
higher?
good.
It is.
Is it higher? That's
Good,
good.
It is.
Cool.
It's
Are
higher.
we in the Paladin's aura right now?
That's what we like.
Everyone but Mauricio, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, that sucks.
checking.
Oh
I don't
no,
have cheese.
And
Brannigan
Brannigan.
isn't.
Brannigan
He's
is
just
out.
out. Yeah, he's just out.
Wait,
I mean, but
he's not
Brannigan's
in
a
the aura
Paladin,
either?
right? He's fine.
That means nobody's in your aura. That's great.
What? How? These 2 are in my aura.
One of us needs to reload. That's what I'll say. Because I'm
Oh,
gonna reload in case it's me. Because no one is near you as far as I can tell.
okay. Yeah, no, I'm
yeah.
right.
I mean, if your aura is 10, Effie and Corlin are in there. So, and
Right.
Hey,
so
look
is,
at that. When you reload, it shows the people in the right
It shows
place.
everyone.
It's
So with this
Mauricio.
chain lightning, who's getting hit, Dennis?
Oh, me. Me is getting hit.
Oh, I know, but
Brannigan's absolutely getting hit, but we have to.
Yep.
I think it.
Sorry, I have to reload my sheet
Yeah,
as part of the
It also
reloading.
gets 3 more.
Yep.
yeah, it gets 4 targets.
Also,
total.
backing up to 70 feet, that was disrespectful, Nanners.
She's a
And
caster.
like that.
That's why she did it. Yeah.
Exactly. Once you is just gonna make this corner like just
All right,
kind
so
of
just-
arc
yeah, great.
through you guys.
Cool.
Alright.
Yeah.
Sheet's
All right.
coming back. Let's do
Oh
this.
my lord! Someone send a prayer for me and my
So-
rolls tonight.
We do a dexterity
Oh my
save.
Did you? So Moody's getting hit. Who else?
Uh,
Brian again.
Effie and and Corlin are all have to
Okay.
make dexterity saving throws.
Dex save. Let's do this.
Dex save, Effie,
That
even with
is
the
unexpected.
that fails. Corlin, that is not with the aura.
That is not with the aura.
With yeah, you're in the aura.
she
What's
is.
your aura? 10? Ooh,
It's-
man,
yeah,
you are
She makes it. Yeah.
on the cusp.
Don't forget, you got the D4. You got the D4 after you go ahead.
Oh, I have a D4 too.
You shut up, Knitters. Don't.
Yeah, that's like the DC is
Hold on.
15 for that, right?
What?
18.
Just-
No, he
like
said
the
18. Yeah,
DC.
even though
Eight.
it's wrong on the
Yeah.
post.
I
Yeah.
just
Okay.
fixed it. Yeah, it's-
So with the paladin aura, it should be 16. And I want to roll my inspiration. Thank you, audience. Hey, that's a success
Nice.
when it's all added up.
when it's all added up, it's still not math in
You
there.
had everything up.
Sadly, I did not roll
Okay.
high enough to knock Corlin out. But as I mean, I guess it's expected ultimately. But actually, no, it just makes it with your 4.
Is lightning? Is lightning? I'm sorry. What's it called? Lightning.
It's chain lightning is what hit you, so it is lightning damage.
Is that half damage or unsave or no?
It is. I'm trying to link the spell. Give me just a moment.
Okay. I'll just
Also,
link this.
I don't know how high level monk you are, but if you have evasion and
I
you
do.
pass, then you take no damage.
Okay, so that's chain lightning. First, so target takes 10d8. Yeah, so that's. When you cast the spell. Okay. Yep. So unfortunately, the plate bros take full damage from that, and the next two Effie you take half because I believe it is half as much on the successful. So 20 damage, 20 lightning damage off of your dodge, and then Effie if you have Effie. God damn it. Corlin, if you have evasion, then you are.
Oh yeah, no. You see her like crouching on the stairs, and she just goes, and nothing.
Just, yeah, but so our lightning just hits the poor Brannigan and just arcs through half your team. Barisil, you just watch as the top layer of your teammate just flashes with lightning, and you hear screams, and you smell ozone from the lightning arcing off of armor and burning your teammate's flesh. That is gonna be that's action, bonus action. Not that she wants to use, so that's the end of her turn. Brannigan, it is yours.
Gotta do some measuring.
Yeah.
25. That would be 30. And that would, I think, is she on this square? She's in between two squares.
Oh, I'm sorry. She would be on the square right here. God dang it. Hold on. There you go.
Okay.
Yep, that one. Oh my goodness.
And then we got to double check wording on how far. And it can move on my turn. OBKB. I
OBKB.
am a march wherever I said 25 feet forward. Meh.
Whatever.
Level
I
of the
said.
stairs. I assume that's a drop.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I'm moving forward, and if there's a drop, I am jumping down.
Okay, it's like a 10-foot drop. It's not that big of a deal.
All right, and then we're gonna...
Although you are in heavy plate, and you're give me a real quick strength or athletics or acrobatics, depending on how you want to. Athletics is more like a Hulk, like like you just jumping down. Acrobatics would be more of like you're parkouring this bitch.
Yeah, athletics is more of a I have a potential chance, and acrobatics is a nope. So I'm gonna do the one that's
Nope.
not a negative number.
Okay.
Hey,
Yeah,
nice.
no problem. You got no problem Hulk landing that bitch.
Then with a bonus action, I manifest an echo, and it runs forward to not have disadvantage. And then it throws the hammer.
Let's go.
Twice.
Nice. Oh,
Yeah.
Mm.
See, I roll
Very
fives
good.
when I don't have
Let's
negative
go.
fives.
Nenner,
It can't
that-
miss.
Nenner, she's a half giant, right?
No, sadly, she is not any part
24
giant.
will do any sort of work, maybe.
24
She's
does
very
hit,
tall.
absolutely. Yep, give me some damage.
14.
14. Yep. Okay, so launch the hammer at her. She tries to get out of the way, but it's not fast enough. It just clips her in the side. You hear a satisfying kind of thunk as the hammer makes contact. So they both. That the 24 hits with 17 unfortunately doesn't. Is there anything else you'd like to do, sir?
That is all the action economy I have.
All right.
You're gonna get this hammer when Joe shows up.
Yeah. Effie, it is your turn.
Get him,
Sorry.
Effie.
Ooh,
Do that to
Effie's
me,
turn.
Let's
Yeah.
go, Effie.
All right, we're gonna walk to 30 feet so we can fucking counterspell next time. Because not counterspelling sucks. I think before Effie starts moving, Effie will cast the bless spell at 3rd level, so everybody gets D4s.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
Unfortunately, you are also in counterspell range.
no,
She said
before I started.
Before you got up. Okay, got it.
Yeah,
So
she
you were
did
not
say
in
that,
counterspell
yeah.
range. Look at you being all clever.
Yeah, turnabout is fair play, bitch.
It absolutely is.
And I will, I'll just go ahead and click the bless spell so people know. But that is my turn. So, yeah.
All right. The mighty Moody. Moody, excuse me.
Just to confirm, who exactly got blessed?
Everyone.
Everybody.
Oh, fantastic.
Everybody.
Yeah,
Everybody.
I cast it at 3rd level. So,
Everybody. Awesome. Thank you very, very much.
Bless him.
Woody's really fucking tired of getting zapped or something having to do with his goddamn dexterity. So he is, he's gonna tap himself, and with his first action, he's gonna cast haste, and then run his ass all the way over to the fucking assholes who's been attacking him. So he is, he casts haste on himself. And then now his movement is 60, so some fucking a little bit of jumping shenanigans here, but he's going to run
Food. You
himself
just got inspiration.
over to. I did. Oh my goodness! Thank you so much. I'm gonna need it. I've been rolling hot trash. So yeah, he's gonna run over there and run next to him. So she's within 20 feet. So cast haste on himself and just like zips by everybody, and on the way with his ether spear out, he's going to make his 2 attacks against that lady.
I think you can only make
one
with your hasted
Sorry.
action.
Correct. It's only one. But yeah, I'm gonna do that. We're gonna hit this lady. Give me a second.
We are going to hit this lady. Okay.
Oh, that's 4 natural ones tonight. That is 4
Wow.
natural ones tonight.
You are cursed.
What is happening tonight?
Get thee to a nunnery, Foos. I am so sorry.
Oh man, it has not been this bad. Since I don't even know. Good lord. Okay, yeah. So I run all the way up there, and I'm a little faster than I expect. So I missed with that. I don't think I have a bonus action that I wanted to do. I'm just gonna double check. Actually, hold on. There is something that I wanted to see. Pardon me. You can see. So this guy, you said he had cover, but can I see him at all?
Yeah, it's half cover, so it's just like
Okay.
chest high or whatever.
With his bonus action, he's going to try and telekinetic shove him. So he's going to try and pull him out from the cover. So he's going to try and pull him 5 feet this way.
Okay.
So I need a strength saving throw from him.
You got
I'm going to let you know my DC in just a second because I need to double check what it is.
it. It is not an advantage.
Oh, well, Jesus, a 23. Yeah, no, my DC is 17. So you super past that. And that's the end of my very productive turn. I'm done.
Excellent. It is 10:07, so we're going to stop it at the top of this next round next week, and when we come back in, otherwise we'll be here all night fighting. But I will say we'll roll over whatever inspirations you guys have because we didn't have enough time to really use it in one round of
That's
combat.
not how it works, Nenners.
I don't give a shit.
That's cheating. That is cheating.
That's got you're just saying that because you got some inspiration, man.
I got one left. You guys have one too. Get out of here.
It's fine. It's fine.
And what are you worried about? I'll roll a 2 or something. Anyway.
I thought we were gonna get another round of combat, so I'm not ready to raid. Hold on, let me go find somebody.
Okay. Yeah, no, I didn't.
Find another one too.
Yeah, we're.
Yeah.
I gotta say that there's a slightly different technique with this particular fight, you guys. You're like, fuck all these ads. I'm killing this bitch. That's great. All right, cool. But yeah, we'll pick up here and go from there.
What are you guys doing the next few days? Start talking about that. I got.
Okay, so we need some ad lib. Well, Friday. Well, no, Anita, please. You have a very exciting lineup.
Oh, you know Anita. Anita's always doing something.
Correct.
Again, I just made a start playing .games. We're going to be doing a Sunday sort of a Sunday campaign in the Icewind Dale adventure. It's going to be super fun. I love that thing. So we'll do the thing. Come through if you want to join. Also, in actual play news, I'll be at Girls from These Worlds on Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time and Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. We'll be playing Troika and Kids on Brooms. So Troika Friday, Kids on Brooms Saturday. I love those. I love those stuffs. And that's all I can think of in the right now.
What time were you playing on Sunday?
What am I playing on Sunday?
No, you
oh my
told me
god,
you were
I am
playing.
playing
What
on
time?
Sunday. Yeah. God. It's probably like
Is it 1 p.m. like it was before?
Probably like early afternoon.
So 1 p.m.
I'll ask around. I will check my notes.
Just
and
trying
figure
to
it
make
out.
sure people know when to show up.
Yeah,
But
I
hey,
will
we'll
check
also
my
shout
notes
you out.
and figure out.
As best we can. Oh my
But
God, that's awesome.
yeah, that's me. And this is Grogu. Grogu has been very helpful today.
This is Grogu.
And
I
this is
did find
Grogu as
someone to
well.
raid. It's called Dice and Autism. I love their overlay, and they just started about 40 minutes ago. So hopefully they'll be on for a little bit.
Dice and
you can show them some
Autism.
love.
That is a relatable mood.
Right. So let's give them some support. As per usual, thank you all so much for being here. We'll be back on Friday for Legacy Kill Team. We're going to continue that those shenanigans, and we'll see you then.
The jailbreak. We'll see if we actually get Joe out of jail.
We're bringing on Mr.
Exactly.
Vermont, yeah.
Yes, and thank you again, the Dirty Rollers RPG for the raid. It was fantastic, and we always appreciate it. So yes, have a good night, and thank you
Good
again. Goodbye.